But now it's a beautiful night to have a beautiful night. KUTV Weekend Prime begins now. Let's take a look at our highlights. Stakeholders say lack of sanitary towels has led to an increase in school dropout as the world marks Menstrual Hygiene Day. Pastor Ezekiel Odero has threatened to sue the Registrar of Societies over missing church files. President William Ruto has called upon legislators to pass finance bill proposals as campaign on the 3% housing levy continues. And Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki urged the church to partner with the government in exposing rogue preachers hiding behind the Holy Scriptures. Welcome to the broadcast. Ruth Chepkoech is a sign language interpreter tonight. My name is ODIDA. We are streaming this broadcast live on our social media platforms at KUTV_Kenya. Let's get started. As the world marks the World Menstrual Hygiene Day today, reproductive health advocates have lamented over the rise of school dropouts in Gatundu North Sub-County amongst teenage girls as a result of period poverty that has led to early pregnancies. This happened during this year's celebrations held in Wandui Primary and JSS in Gatundu North Kiambu County, bringing together girls from tens of schools within the sub-county who received special training and given some menstrual hygiene products by well-wishers.
All of us are born from happy.
Reproductive health advocates have lamented over the rise of school dropouts in Gatundu North Sub-County amongst teenage girls, attributed to poverty that leads to early pregnancies. Some well-wishers have visited Wandui Primary, where they distributed some sanitary pads for usage by the students. Wandui Primary and JSS Principal Elizabeth Muchina says that many girls in Gatundu North miss school during their periods since their parents cannot afford sanitary products.
Huwa tunapata changamoto kubwa sana katika hii shule, manake wengi wao wametoka katika jamii ambazo katika hali ya kifedha maisha yako chini kidogo. Kwa hivyo inakuwa ni shida hao watoto kuweza kufika shuleni wakati mwezi unapokaribia wao kupata hiyo hadhi, unapata ya kwamba hawaji shule.
Dawn of Hope representative Abraham Mburu has urged girls not to be stigmatized but rather accept their menstrual condition and learn to live with it hygienically.
The thing we did was related to menstruation, and because some of these children do not know what it is, and some are sorry when they encounter the problem. So today they were enlightened and they know that menstruation is something biological. It's not a mistake.
Menstrual health advocate Margaret Wanjiku from Dawn of Hope organization says that the organization aims to secure girls by ensuring they don't miss school while in periods.
We gathered children from primary schools and high schools, majorly because we are also trying to complement education. We need these children to be in school as much as possible. And so menstruating should not be a reason as to why they are not in school. And so being them in school, they also need to menstruate with dignity. And also the reason as to why we are here is because one of the reasons as to why we have a lot of teenage pregnancies is due to the issues of sex for pads.
Menstrual Hygiene Day is commemorated on 28th of May every year to highlight the importance of menstrual care and raise awareness about challenges faced by those who don't have access to sanitary products. Salma Swaleh reporting for KUTV.
Amazing. Now, Pastor Ezekiel Odero of the New Life International Prayer Center has threatened to move to court over the inability to trace his church files from the Office of the Registrar of Societies. According to his lawyers, Cliff Ombete and Dunstan Omari, attempts to access the church files have proven futile, and the Registrar of Societies has threatened to take the necessary measures should they fail to file their returns within the stipulated time.
Pastor Ezekiel Odero's predicaments continue to haunt him as his church files are now missing from the Office of the Registrar of Societies. According to his lawyers Dunstan Omari and Cliff Ombeta, after securing the pastor's release from police custody on bail terms and having his church and bank accounts opened, the Registrar of Societies gave a notice for them to file their returns. Ombeta says that prior to the notice issued by the Registrar of Societies, one of their lawyers had tried to file the returns, but the file for the New Life Church was missing from the Office of the Registrar of Societies. Dunstan Omari has stated that the church was registered back in 2012 and has been operating without issues. The lawyer further claims that the government and the Registrar of Societies were fully aware of its operations since then, but started coming after the church in April this year following the Shakahola saga. This happens days after the Anti-Terror Police Unit ATPU seized computer drives, communication gadgets, holy water, and handkerchiefs from the church, which they claim require analysis to help in the ongoing investigations. Ruth Wanjiru, for KUTV.
President William Ruto has yet again highlighted on the need for civil servants to pay 3% of their salaries as housing levy. Ruto was speaking while attending a Sunday service at Busia Stadium in Busia County, has also called for the taxation of some imports, which are also produced locally in order to empower local industries. Take a look.
President William Ruto has continued to defend the payment of 3% housing levy by civil servants. President Ruto has urged working Kenyans to embrace the payment for the sake of the majority who do not have jobs in order to enable the government to achieve the affordable housing plans. The Finance Bill 2023-2024 has, however, continued to face criticism from a section of leaders and ordinary Kenyans. The latest to oppose the bill being Busia Senator Okia Omtata, who has vowed to go to court to oppose the bill. President Ruto has, however, told off leaders opposing the proposed finance bill, saying they should support it for the sake of ordinary Kenyans who do not have the opportunity to own affordable houses.
Wewe sasa unataka kunipeleka kotini, na ile kazi mimi nafanya ni kupangia watu hawa ajira. Kwani sasa utaki hawa watu wapateko kazi? Please, Okia, tafadhali. Ama namna gani jameni, watu wa Busia? Nisaidieni jameni, mumuongeleshe huyu jamaa apunguze mambo ya kotini.
Mheshimiwa Rais, juzi umesema pia hawa mahasura pia wawekewe pesa ndio waweze kununua manyumba pia kwa bei ya chini. Nikaona watu wengi wakaanza kulalamika. It is our time now. Pia sisi wadosi tuchukue hiyo burden ya mahasura.
Finance bill isomwe na kila mtu. Msiseme kuna mtu kando amemsomea. Hiyo bill iko mzuri. Mmesikia viti kutoka China, tunataka wakina Omondi, wakina Wafula watengeneze viti hapa, tununue sisi wenyewe na tuweke pesa mfukoni.
Ruto has urged legislators to pass the finance bill in order to enable government achieve its goals. The president has also stated that government will tax importation of commodities which are being produced locally in order to empower local industries. The Finance Bill 2023-2024 has elicited reactions from a section of Kenyans, especially civil servants who might be forced to pay the 3% housing levy. Joseph Kiss, KUTV.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has issued a stern warning against leaders who are recruiting youth into outlawed groups, including the Mungiki. Kindiki, while attending a church service at ACK Siakagu Church in Mbeere, North Embu County, also called on opposition leaders to cease making remarks that threaten the national security. The CS also reiterated the government's commitment to fight illicit brews and deceptive extremist religious teachings.
For the first time since he took office, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has visited Siakago in Mbeere, North Embu County, where he issued a stern warning to leaders who have been recruiting the youth, especially in the Mount Kenya region, into outlawed groups, including Mungiki.
We have commenced investigations on the recent attempts by some leaders, including former leaders, to try and revive Mungiki in central Kenya. Get it from me. You will not succeed.
Kindiki's sentiments come a few days after the arrest, probing and subsequent release of former Mungiki leader Maina Njenga, who has been recently charged with 12 charges of indulging in crimes, including supporting outlawed groups and unlawful possession of firearms. Njenga awaits to be arraigned in court on Monday.
Any person, irrespective of their rank in society, any leader serving or former leader, any leader elected or not elected, who is recruiting young people in this region to join Mungiki, I am coming for you the same way I have declared war on cattle rustlers and terrorists.
In response to Azimio leader Raila Odinga, who yesterday through a press statement announced that the government will face a battle like no other if the Kenya Kwanza regime does not listen to Kenyans, Kindiki says no one will be allowed to threaten national security.
But we are not going to allow any Kenyan, any person, to incite or use words that can hurt the country's stability. And I want to say, as we move towards celebrating Madaraka Day, that Kenya is one indivisible country under God. And any person who threatens the indivisibility and the unity of Kenya is an enemy of this country, and we are also watching you.
The Interior Minister also says the government is committed in the fight against illicit brews, which Embu leaders have termed as a big challenge in the region.
Mahali tumeweka magaidi sugu, wale wa Al-Shabaab. Mahali tumeweka wezi wa ng'ombe. Mahali tumeweka wahubiri potofu kama Makenzi na wengine. Ndio tumeweka wale wanatengeneza pombe ya sumu ambayo inaharibu afya ya watoto wetu.
At the same time, Kindiki has reiterated that government is not opposing churches and it will partner with religious leaders to ensure there is no future reoccurrence of incidents like those witnessed in Shakahola. Mutweri Eliud, KUTV.
Spouse to Deputy President Pastor Dorcas Rigathi has once again shown her commitment to the annual mass wedding for uniformed and disciplined forces. Pastor Dorcas was addressing congregants at Our Lady of Consolata Cathedral in Nyeri during the annual Central Region Uniformed and Disciplined Forces Mass, has cited that the move is set to safeguard family values within the forces.
In a bid to restore and secure what she terms as family values in the forces, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi has today ascertained that she is committed to holding a uniformed mass wedding annually. While addressing congregants during the annual Central Region Mass for the Uniformed and Disciplined Forces in Nyeri County, Pastor Dorcas stated that the move is meant to protect the family values.
And because of the nature of your jobs, you don't go home all the time. You are out there, as you are saying. So you get families, sometimes you don't introduce them to your parents. And when you go into the service, the person you put as the next of kin is your father and your mother. And you forget.
Pastor Dorcas has also cited that the annual uniformed mass wedding will seek to improve the family institution by ensuring that the family is safe even when the breadwinner serving in the uniformed service die.
When You may be called home by God during your line of duty. Your wife and children are left to be destitute because what you worked for cannot be given to them because they are not legal.
According to the spouse of the Deputy President, the program will be conducted in collaboration with the Office of the Inspector General of Police and the clergy.
We want to be conducting uniform matrimony every year. And you see how we can fund it so that there is no excuse. All you need is to wear your uniform and bring your wife.
Earlier this year, Pastor Dorcas held a meeting with the Inspector General of Police, Japhet Koome, who promised to support the program. Uniformed servicemen are currently registering for the wedding in their various stations. Ruth Wanjiru, for KUTV.
Orange Democratic Movement Party officials in Siaya County have ousted the County Deputy Governor William Oduor from the party over differences with the Governor James Orengo. Led by party Siaya Branch Organizing Secretary Walter Okello, the officials now want Oduor to resign from the position. They have alleged that there is a group in the county government which is working with the UDA party to distract Governor Orengo from delivering his services to the county residents.
It is clear that they are agents of instability and confusion sent to distract the governor from delivering his agenda for the people of Siaya. This meeting, therefore, has unanimously resolved that the Siaya County Deputy Governor be compelled to resign from his position as the DG since he no longer subscribes to the ideals and aspirations of the party. The meeting has therefore resolved that he be expelled and is hereby expelled from the ODM party membership, a process that will be initiated right from the branch.
All right, with that, we take our very first short break at this point. Of course, we're coming back with so much more, so stay with us.
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Bwari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
It's the kind of life I ever wanted. Money, power, moves, and it does. And I also went to like a seminary school too, like where I'm supposed to be like a reverend father. I've always been around music all my life. Yeah, I mean, it's up to every artist to know what motivates them. I saw you with the content, tell me nonsense. Say we no getting memo, take the content. Check my watch, you go see na God's timing.
So it's not the duty of the prosecutor to investigate. The prosecutor will only evaluate the evidence that has been brought forth by the investigative agencies. And that's why we criminal law practitioners take advantage. Yeah, because you know, well, you are here arguing this case with me, but you did not investigate.
You don't know what are the details in this particular case.
Yeah.
On this week's episode of Fashion Diaries,
Jadi music group was releasing and the release was a success. So when we are giving you that, we also complement it up with any other thing that should and can complement that suit in accordance with the spectrums of the suit in question.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Let's continue. Leaders of the tea sector in Embu County have called upon the government to help them in their quest to raise the value of crops so as to increase farmers' income. A request has also been issued to the government to offer financial boost to farmers to help cut on the funds spent while incurring extra expenses in order to achieve their goals.
Led by the Embu board member of Kenya Tea Development Agency, Enos Njeru, the leaders of the tea sector say that the process of tea value addition is expensive, given that the factories have not received the help needed from the government and do not have the necessary facilities required to smoothen the process.
The challenge we have is the high cost of producing this value-added tea. Like now, these tea bags, we were forced to pack them at Kericho.
Enos acknowledges that the government has already given them space to facilitate the developments in Embu County, but due to lack of enough funds, they cannot be accomplished. He says that the tea sector does not only seek to focus on the conventional CTC black tea, but also venture into value-added tea that is on high demand, both locally and internationally, and can raise more income.
My urge and prayer from the president is to support Embu factories, get a machine that can pack all teas in Mount Kenya region, because our governor has allocated us a place or a space where we shall have a central place for value addition. But now I request the president to help us get the machine, which costs around 100 million.
So we know this value addition is a journey. We have started, but eventually we are going to do it in a big way, because you know very well that the orthodox teas right now in the world market, they are fetching a lot of money, and we as the three factories, we are actually in a journey to make sure that we are able to supply also the orthodox teas.
President William Ruto, during his speech at the launch of value-added teas, informed the farmers that in support of their desired developments, the finance bill had removed taxes on tea and the packaging material used so as to boost earnings for farmers.
Katika budget yetu ya mwaka huu, ile ushuru ambayo tulikuwa tunalipisha chai, tumesema kama serikali ya Kenya hiyo ushuru tunaondoa katika hii. Jambo la pili, ile packaging nimeona mnatumia hapa, hiyo packaging ni quality ya juu, kwa sababu tunataka kutumia kuhakikisha kwamba bidhaa zetu inakaa vizuri na hata tunaweza kutumia kuuza katika soko za nje.
The president noted that the packaging material used by factories are of good quality and therefore the tea can be exported even to global markets. Salma Swaleh reporting for KUTV.
Right now in sports, Nzoia Sugar bottled a chance to pile up pressure on league leaders Tusker and Gor Mahia after they suffered a 1-0 loss at the hands of Kariobangi Sharks at Sudi Stadium in Bungoma County. Korea boys Mathare United hopes of staying in the league are slowly fading away after they were handed a 1-0 thrashing by KCB to increase their winless run to 10 games. Mathare will only avoid relegation if they win their remaining 3 games. On other results, Sofapaka beat Posta Rangers 2-1, while Ulinzi Stars shared points in a 1-1 draw with Kenya Police. Morocco is set to host the first Athletics Diamond League on the African continent in Rabat tonight, and Kenyan 100 meters specialist Ferdinand Omanyala is set to show his prowess against the world best 100 meters athletes. Omanyala, who is said to be in the form of his life after being unbeaten in the half-dozen races he has participated in 2023, heads to Rabat with a world record of 9.84 seconds and a personal best record of 9.77 seconds, with the aim of setting a new record and winning a gold medal for the nation. Bayern Munich edge out their fiercest rivals Borussia Dortmund to win their 11th consecutive Bundesliga title on goal difference margin. The Bavarians secured the title after a late 2-1 win against Cologne, while Dortmund were held to a 2-all draw by Mainz. The win saw Bayern climb to 7th. And finally, sporting activities are about to reach their peak in Busia County as the government plans to make advanced development on sporting facilities in the county. According to the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts, Ababu Namwamba, the government, together with the county government of Busia, have reached an agreement to construct a new sports city on 50 acres of land donated by the county government of Busia as part of the Nasewa ecosystem. The sports city will contain a whole sporting ecosystem, and in addition, they will renovate the Busia Stadium to ensure it is in good condition for hosting sporting events.
Na nimezungumza na gavana, my brother. Nimekuja hapa, Your Excellency, on your instructions. I have inspected this Busia Stadium. But we have agreed with Paul, as the governor, that because what we want in Busia is not a small, ordinary stadium, in honor of the great heritage of Busia as a sporting county, the county will fix this stadium. Itafanya marekebisho kidogo to make this stadium playable. But the county has now donated 50 acres as part of the Nasewa ecosystem, where we are going to construct a new sports city.
All right, that's a wrap for Weekend Prime. Thank you so much for keeping us company. Be sure to join me again tomorrow, inshallah, for Money Monday. My name is ODIDA. I'm in the company of Ruth Chepkoech, our sign language interpreter tonight. Have a good night.